Hello, my name's Tyson, and I'm going to teach you how to start and run your own Minecraft server that anybody can connect to both locally and over the internet. This can be done on any operating system. I'm going to be doing this on Ubuntu, but the same basic steps are applicable to any operating system. Windows is far easier, and it simply requires you to download a exe file and simply double click on it. It'll bring up a GUI, little window, and your server will be running. Everything else, however, is the same, and I'm going to be taking it from this perspective, including the configuration of the files. Those are the same regardless of what operating system you're using it. So, to start, we'll go to minecraft.net, log in, go to the download page, and here at the bottom, underneath all the clients, you have the two files here. This is the exe, this is for Windows, and you just download it, double click on it, and the server runs. Generates any settings you need, and you're off. Here, this is the Minecraft server.jar. It's a Java file that we're going to save and download, and we're going to be able to use it to start our server. It's a little bit more complicated on Ubuntu, but this will work the exact same way on both Ubuntu and a Mac. And it will work pretty much the same way out as Windows, but some of the commands I'm going to use will be a little bit different. So let's bring our jar file here into the main screen. Now I've opened a console, and on a Mac it's a little bit harder to open a console than simply double clicking it here on Ubuntu, but it's there. It should be in one of your folders somewhere. I don't own a Mac, so I couldn't tell you in all honesty. So we've opened a console, and we're here at a prompt. Now we need to make sure that we're in the same folder that we want our server to run in. Now I've made a folder here. I call it Minecraft Server, so let's put the jar inside. Now we need to take our console and move it to this folder. So where are we? We'll use the command pwd, and it says we are here. Well, what's in this folder? ls for list. It gives me a list. Now I want to go to the desktop, so I'm going to do cd, change directory, to the desktop. Now we're in the desktop. And as you can see, the files here are the files here on the desktop that you can see. There's a couple others that are not on screen, but they are there. So now we put our jar file into the Minecraft server folder, so let's go there. As you can see, our jar file is sitting happy right in there. Now on the Minecraft website, they give you the command for starting the server right on the bottom. So we're going to use that because that's the easiest way. I'll go over what they do a little bit so it's not completely foreign. Let's move this out, make it a little bit bigger for you. Okay, made it a little bit bigger. That way it looks a little bit easier to read. Now, here we have our path, and here's the command we want to do. Since this is running in Java, we want to be able to use the Java virtual machine, so we need to start it with Java. Next here, these two lines are a way of preparing your computer to have the memory that it needs to run the server. To get people to connect takes quite a bit of memory, especially as you get more and more joining at the same time. And you want to have at least a gigabyte of RAM before you run your server. Next line here is jar. We're running a jar file, so we need this -jar that pops up here. Finally, we have Minecraft server.jar, which is the file we want to run, followed by no GUI. This will basically not bring up any windows that'll appear on the screen. It'll just put everything in this console. But to keep this video applicable to all three, we want to have that GUI show up. So we're going to get rid of that line. And you just hit enter to start. And it's come up. It logs a few things when you first start your server. it basically tells you that it's missing a few files and that it's going to create it. That's what this is right here. Then it creates your level, we call it world, has a spawn area, brings it up. So now that our server's running, it's also displaying on the console as well. We don't want to close this, otherwise it will shut down your server. Now that we've opened this up here, you can see a lot more files have been generated into this folder. Now, you've got your world. This is your map. This is everything that saves your level. The next few files are really just lists. They're text files, band IPs, band players, and whitelist, and ops.txt. All list players that you want in particular areas. Some people you just don't want you don't want them to join from an IP address that possibly has been griefing you. So you want their IP addresses to go here. Or you want to make sure that a player doesn't join because they've been griefing you. And so you can put their name down in there. They default blank, and so right now we don't have anybody. For the whitelist, if you want your server to be private, there's a setting you can change that makes it private, that allows nobody to connect